Welcome back to Whiskey Wonder Woman. We're doing Battle of the Ryes. I figured why not do a blind test to see which is the best rye, because I have a bunch of bottles everywhere. So as I'm organizing, I realized that I have 4 bottles of ryes that are all 10 years old. So I figured why not do a blind tasting test to see which one's the best. So I have pours of them right here. I got this on Amazon. I don't have any links or affiliates or anything like that. So if you like it, get it on Amazon. I don't even know what it's called, but it's pretty darn cool. I like to do little blind tastings, and it works really well for me. I have no idea which pours which. So I'm gonna start from 1 and go to 4. And then I'll just let you know which is the best one. Also, I think if people are really handy and stuff, you probably can make this for like $5. Like I said, things are getting tight here, so I feel like I need a better setup because I'm trying to maneuver. I haven't figured it out. All right, move this over here. Wait, let me show you what's in the lineup. So we have the Basil Hayden 10-year rye, the Knob Creek 10-year rye, WhistlePig small batch 10-year rye, and Michters single barrel 10-year rye. Let's start off with number 1. This is so light in flavor. I can't even tell it's a rye. Well, okay, never mind. The spice came in the back. Okay, there's a lot of oak and there's a lot of spice coming towards the end. Kind of a char bitterness. Not a lot of sweetness. It smells a little smoky. All right, that's number 1. So far, not my favorite. Okay, let me cleanse. This is number 2. Color looks like dark amber. This one was spicy. This one was much more smooth. A lot of char and bitterness. A lot of pepperyness. I'm not fond of these glasses because I feel like I'm not getting a lot of aroma coming out. So it's actually like a true blind because I honestly have no idea what I'm sipping. Number 3. That's also like a dark amber. Ooh, this one smells like sweet cherry juice. It smells like apple cider, honestly. It's very floral and sweet. And I'm not really getting rye. So this is my first fruity one, number 3. That was really bitter, but there was a lot of deep oak in there. I feel like this one's just really charred and has a lot of depth in it. It's good, but I don't know. I have to try all of them before I make any decisions. All right, let's go for number 4. Ooh, the aroma smells like pear and apple. Like super it smells like wine. It's like so citrusy. I actually really enjoyed the aroma in this one. Ooh, I like this one. This was very fragrant. It had a lot of fragrant notes. There's something about this that I like. The char, if it is char, it's like fragrant and fruity. It's just like uplifting and light, and it sips really well, and it honestly doesn't taste like a rye. I mean, I still get rye in some ways, like definitely in the finish. It's very peppery, but it's also very light. Okay. I have to restart at 1 now. I have to go another round. Don't want to drop that. I have to go another round, and then I'll make my decision. I just dropped it all. We still have some in the glass, guys. Reminder, never to use this thing again, because it literally just fell. Well, you know what? I'm kind of glad that it fell and it wasn't that bottle that fell. Like rye all over the table. But we still have some to sip. Yikes. The good thing is that the table is unsealed wood. So all the spills that I've been making actually just seeps into the wood, and the wood smells really good. Restoration hardware, guys. I finished one. One was like had a little bit of smokiness in it. Did I say that? I felt like it did. It was very, I don't know, like it just had peatiness in it. I don't think one was my favorite. So we're gonna pass on one. Based on everything else that I've tried. You guys realize that I definitely spilled Michters on the table. That kind of sucks. Whew. 2. I smell the rye in this one. I smell the oak. Some type of like fruit, but it's not fruity. It's I don't know, it's like almost like a citrus, or maybe like a clean scented type of fruit. This is the last sip. It had a nice char. I don't know. I actually do like 2. 2 was good. 2 is a contender right now. I think what's working against me are these glasses. I don't think they're the best glasses for whiskey. I'm not really getting good aroma notes from them. Like I'm like really trying really hard. And obviously I tipped it over by accident. So it's actually the first time ever it's tipped over, and I've used this thing a lot. So it's just funny that when I'm freaking recording, it falls. Anyways, number 3. Oh, this one smells like butterscotch and toffee. This one smells amazing. I would say this one has more caramel in it. and it's smoother. And I think it has like maybe a bit of like leather notes. I would say, I would say between 2 and 3. Hard choice right now. Hard choice. Okay, 4. 4 was the one that doesn't even smell like a rye. It smells like wine. It's just so floral. This one's actually interesting. It tastes the least like rye out of all of these. It sips really, really smooth. It is super like light and floral and sweet. I actually think it's really good. For a rye not tasting like a rye, if that makes sense. If we're judging what rye doesn't taste like a rye, I think this one would win, because it almost sips like a scotch in some ways. It's very light and florally. It's not that spicy. It has spicy notes, but it's very mellow, but it's actually very delicious. But if we're going battle for the ryes, I have to go between 2 and 3. And I already finished 2 because I spilled most of it, but I do have some of 3 left. So it was between 2 and 3. Let me go in for 3 again. Let me drink the last of it, because why not? This one has a deep butterscotch flavor. That went down really smooth. Even though I choked on it just a little bit, it still went down smooth. Whew, it's tough. It's tough. I liked 1 the least. So if we have to like judge, 1 is on the bottom. Then 4 if we're judging what tastes not like a rye, because it actually tastes pretty good. It just didn't remind me of a rye. And then like between 2 and 3, it's a tough call. I honestly think 2 was really good, but 3 had like butterscotch notes that I liked, and it was very like caramelized. So I think I'm choosing 3 as the winner. So I need to find my cheat sheet somewhere. Let's see. Okay, so number 1 was Basil Hayden. Number 4 was WhistlePig. Oh, interesting. I think this is actually the first time I've actually had WhistlePig, to be honest with you. And yeah, it was actually pretty good, but it didn't sip like a rye. Number 2 was Knob Creek. Wow. And number 3 was Michters. Of course I chose Michters. So our winner was this baby right here. Of course it was. It's delicious. I love this. This is the second time I'm sipping it since I did the review and uploaded it maybe like a week or 2 ago. But this bottle is delicious. I paid like what, $230 for it, I think. I guess that's how much they go for. I have no idea, but they're hard to find, but totally worth it. I think like Michters has like a distinct taste that is hard to replicate. But the rye was delicious. It definitely had like that deep caramel note, but honestly, Knob Creek 10 was not too far behind, guys. It was like not too far by inches, really. I would just say that the reason why I chose number 3 was because it was more smoother. It was more caramelized. It had more thickness in the rye. This had a little bit more spice. However, this wasn't far off. It just, I think this had more like char in some ways. It did have the caramel, it did have the deep caramel notes. But I would say that with the Michters, I think it was like the butterscotch notes and the creaminess that kind of carried it to the finish line. I'm not saying that Knob Creek didn't have some creaminess, because it did. It was just a tad bit thinner, and just like a tad bit. Yeah, so honestly, guys, I mean, this is obviously the clear winner, but if you're looking for a good rye, close second was the Knob Creek 10. And if you can't find that, you could go for the 7-year. You do taste the difference. 10-year is just much more elevated and elegant. But yeah, that is Battle of the Ryes. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to spill all my things on the table, but hey, having fun on this channel is what I do. So I will see you in the next whiskey video. Cheers. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, something, whatever. Good night.